Hello, I just want to show you how to do easy and quick responsive version of your website in WebWave, and we will use sections. This is experimental mode in WebWave, but I think it will be real game changer. So I made a really simple website in WebWave. As you can see, there's no mobile versions, just as desktop version, so everything is messy here. I will make all mobile versions manually. I will use sections and groups. So let's start and turn on sections. It's still experimental mode, but it's worked very fine. Now on the bottom of my website, I have my section 1. I will add another few sections, so in the layer panel on the bottom, I press add section. Maybe I will add around 5 sections. That's my 5 sections here, but every element I have on my website are now in the default section. Now I will add elements to my sections. Let's select these elements and add to the section 1. You have to just select them and on the layer panel just move under section 1. Elements are already in section 1 as you can see they are on the bottom because section 1 is under default section. Let's select another elements and add them to the section 2. These elements will be my section 3. I will also make section 4 and section 5, the same as before. Now, as you can see, website looks really similar as when we start, but elements are in the sections. Now I will need some space between them sections, so I just select them and move them down because they too close. Now it's much better. What's the benefits of using sections? Sections are push back each other automatically. I can also very easy change position of my section. If you select the section, you have little arrows. I can click and move section up really easy. Sections repel automatically on responsive versions as well, which is very handy. That will help you build perfect mobile versions for the WebWave websites. Now all we have to do is just arrange elements inside these sections. First section, I will leave it as it is. In section 2, I add some groups. I will group icon and text as separate groups. This will help me move the items and make connections between them on the mobile versions. Now I can move every group separately, which is very handy, and I don't have to worry that icon or text will change position. In section 3, I will group these two pictures. I would like these 3 elements to repel each other automatically. I select those elements, I go to Settings panel, Bound Objects, and then I add some connections between them. Just click the plus icon. Now these elements will repel automatically even if I add some text, which is very handy for editing website for you or your customer. That will be also working on mobile versions. In section 4, I will group only arrows with the texts. It will be 3 little groups and we can connect them as well. Section 5 I leave as it is. Now let's go to the tablet version and let's start create tablet version property. In the first section, I will just manually change size of the picture, size of the text, and my yellow rectangle. As you can see, the section on the bottom is automatically moved down, so nothing's happened with the second section. I just can change elements in my first section as I need. You can also add connection between text and the button. Just click Bound Objects. Now it's time for little advice. As you can see, I made this part from 3 different objects. This is a text, button, and a yellow rectangle on the bottom. But there is an easiest way to do it. If you come back to the desktop version, you can delete that yellow rectangle and just add them 2 elements to the group. Then add the background settings and add background color to this group. And then go to Style and add some margin to that group. Effect will be exactly the same as it was before, but on the mobile versions it will be really easier to navigate because when you move your button, your rectangle will be moved automatically because it's not a rectangle, it's just the background. Now I go to section 3 and I position my groups inside section 3. I can see group number 3 in my workspace, but I can find it on my layers panel and move it to the right position. In section 3, I want my text over the group with the pictures, so I just position my text in the right position, then I just position my pictures, and after that I can also make connections between text, or actually button, and the group. These connections will repel automatically pictures from the button on the next level, like mobile landscape or mobile vertically. Now I position elements in group number 4. This also allows me to add connections between elements which are below each other. These connections will work in the lower responsive versions like mobiles. Now I will position elements in last section. Now we can go to mobile landscape and just make version for mobile landscape. First, I want to change my menu for mobile version, and then I start editing section 1. I just change the position of elements just to keep them nice. Now I can make a right position for elements in section 2, and when they underneath each other, I can also make connections between them. They will repel automatically here and in the mobile vertically. In section 3, as you can see, I have missing elements from the workspace, but I can find them in the layer panel and put them to the right position. As you can see, in section 3, elements are already connected, so they already repel each other, even if I change size of element. You can also change size of all group. It's not always working property, but usually it's work well. You can also frame image, and you find it in the image settings. Now it's time to change section 4. You can also change the size of the text, and it won't change on the higher versions like desktop or tablet. You can make new connections between the elements in every lower responsive version. Elements are connected, so you don't have to worry about text overlapping. It will work properly even if you change the size of text area, or you change just the size of the text, or you add a new text. Now I will go for last responsive version, mobile vertically, and I will do the same work. I just will position elements and move them to the right place. As you can see, there are no elements that overlap. In every lower version, you can make new connections if you need to. Now everything is ready. Let's have a look. In the right corner, you have website preview without publication, and you can see how your website is looking on different devices. Now, when you add some text to your website, or maybe your client will do, then every element on your website will be moved down automatically, and you won't have a problem with responsive versions because everything will look fine then. No more overlapping text. Another great function is changing position of the sections. For example, if I move that section to the top, it will move automatically in every version. In tablet or mobile vertically or mobile landscape, section will be on the right position. That's why I think sections is the real game changer. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. Please leave a comment and subscribe my channel for more tips and tricks for WebWave. Thanks for watching!